So, Disventure Camp fans versus favorites. I am incredibly excited for this season, and to which I have predictions. A couple months ago, I made my predictions once we first saw the cast, and now the poster came out. So now I know some of the dynamics better, and I can say that my opinions changed. Alongside telling you who I think will make it in their specific place, I'll also be telling you where I rank them on a tier list, on likability, on the favorites and the fans, to what we know so far. So yeah, my rating on the fans will basically be how interesting will they be on like kind of that scale, or like if they're like in an unexpected friendship or relationship with someone, I might not like them as much because I wanted that person with someone else. But you know, it is what it is. Let's get started. Alright, so on the left screen is 24th Aiden, which is his placement prediction, and on the right is 6th Aiden A tier Love. That's the personal ranking. So there's 5 people above Aiden in my personal ranking. So why is Aiden last place prediction wise? Well, in the poster he's next to 5 people: Tom, Lake, Rosa, and Gabby. And he's like the mediator because like he's on the Tom and Gabby side, and he's also on the Lake and Rosa side. And I feel like people like Alec, Fiore, and Spencer will want to target him early since he's in between that group. So I think that will be like a perfect place to get him out. By place, I mean like first boot. I think the prediction for the first elimination is going to be Gabby, Tom, Aiden, Lake, and Rosa vote for like someone like Spencer or Fiore. But most likely Spencer. I don't think Fiore is going to get votes for a little bit. And then like Gabby, Allie, Spencer, Natalia, Alec, Anastasia, and Fiore all vote for Aiden. I feel like that will be a good elimination. It's a pretty close vote, 7-5, and that will get the game started pretty well. I am incredibly excited to see. I want to see that happen. And then Aiden says goodbye to everyone, similar to Tristan's elimination, and that's like the only reason why I don't think it might not happen, because it's way too similar to Tristan's elimination in Carnival of Chaos. But I think it'll be pretty good. Personal wise, I know not a lot of people like Aiden, but I do. First off, his design is beautiful. I love his eyes. Like, he doesn't even have pupils. Like, I just love him so much. Like, I don't know how to hate this guy. He's cool trans representation. I'm not trans, obviously, but you know. And I just love, like, he tries to be strategic, and I love that so much. And since James and Carol aren't here, I think he can thrive and survive. But I just don't think it's going to happen. There's a lot more interesting favorites, and I think he would be a good first boot. Give the fans some time to win a challenge and stuff. So, 23rd prediction-wise is Evie. And 24th, personal-wise, is Evie. And C tier, neutral. That's right. No one is worse than neutral. Yet. But, prediction-wise, Evie's 23rd she's 23rd because she is next to, well, she's next to people, but she is like, doesn't have really a dynamic with anyone. Like, Sam's next to Ernesto because a lot of feet are interacting, etc. But like, Evie, she's not really doing anything. She's looking at Gabby and Tom. Like, bro, 3 episodes is enough to explore that. There's not much to really do with her, I imagine. And that's also a reason why she's my least favorite, because she doesn't have anything going for her yet. She looks rich, and because of that reason, if you predict Evie's gonna win, yeah. Like, she looks rich, like Finn. That's why Finn wouldn't win. But, like, wow. Like, Evie, she's not making a deep run at all, even if she's not the first one out of the fans. But, yeah. At least Alessio was next to Logan, and, like, he had his, like, Logan had his arms on Alessio's shoulders. She has nothing. Anyways, let's move on, because like Evie's my least favorite, There's a lot of better opportunities, and I really hope she goes early. I am so sad to say this because I love Benji so much. As you see, he's number one in my personal tier list. Because, like, I love Benji with every fiber of my being. With that being said, I just can't see him making it anything past the 20th, like, phase, like, past 20th place. Because he's, as much as he doesn't like it, he's comic relief in that kind of sense. Could he do something important? Yes. He proved that. But will he do something important? I don't know. I just don't see it. I did see a theory recently that he would go with like Spencer as well as Allie to like learn more about strategically and then become dominant in the game, which I would love, but he's just not good in challenges. All he is really funny, and that's unironically, and it can come off wrong because he didn't really learn how to make good jokes. But we'll have to see. I love Benji, and he's my favorite, and I love him so much. I would hug him if I could. But will he make it far? I just don't see it. I really hope I'm wrong, right? I don't think he's getting any less than this. I feel like, if anything, I'm going to be wrong because I put him too low. I think he's going to make it. I want him to make it farther. I just don't see it. If I'm wrong, thank the Lord. Even if it's just by one. Seeing him make it to episode 5 would be spectacular. Next is Ernesto. Ernesto, I don't see him making it far. We already have Evie, who is 58, and he's 63. Two old people going so fast doesn't seem likely on paper, but it could work in execution, maybe. And you could do it if one of them return. But, like, as of right now, Ernesto is just not an interesting character. Richard was gay, and even then, that was like his only trait at the beginning of the season. He was not interesting. What's wrong with these old men just not being interesting? Miriam has something about her. Connor has something about him. There was like not a lot of things about the old people that's super interesting. I mean, at least unlike Evie, Ernesto's by Sam, and they could have a dynamic, but it's copying Logan and Richard. Think about it. Ernesto's old, and like the oldest contestant, like Richard was in DC4, and Sam's wearing blue and white. Are you kidding me? Like they're literally copying and pasting. If I had to say, I want to say a lazy writing, this is what it is. Now I'm assuming it's not going to be like a coming out story, like in DC4. It's going to be something different. But as of right now, they're just copying and pasting, and it's just not going to work. I think Ernesto's going to boost Sam up the ranks, and Ernesto's just going to fall short. Honestly, I like that. And if he's in the comeback challenge, he ain't returning. Because there's other options that will be way better than him. But for right now, Ernesto, sorry, you're in 21st. Next is Manu. Now, Manu, by his name, is already giving Maui vibes from Moana. So you have to think, is Manu going to make it far? Would Maui make it far if he was in Survivor Disventure Camp? The answer to that is no. That's why Manu's going so early. Manu, Ren, and Bruno are gonna have this like vibe tribe-esque kind of thing where they're all chill, they're all nice, energetic, excited to compete with their favorite contestants, and then they're gonna go early. Like out of the vibe tribe last season, 2 of them went pre-merge and didn't come back, and Zayd was the only one to make merge, and he didn't even make final 6. So that's saying something, and I think something similar is going to happen here. 2 make pre-merge, and 1 makes it not even halfway through the merge. So, I think that's what's going to happen. And Manu's going to be the first one to go, because Bruno and Ren seem like they're going to have a relationship, kind of like Tristan and Benji did, and Manu's just going to fall short because of that. They might boost it, might help it out a little bit, and then he's going to dip. But I do like Manu. Manu is like so cool. I love his eyes. His build's awesome. He seems like he's gonna be like a chill guy. And he's 39, and I thought he would date Sam or whatever, but Sam is 27. So I was wrong on that prediction. My bad. But I think Manu and Sam should at least interact in some way, because they seem compatible. So, 19th Alley prediction wise. Well, we'll get into it, but I love Alley. But, Allie she already made Final 3 in All-Stars in an All-Star season. That's especially something like a big reason why she shouldn't make it super far. If she makes it far, I will not complain. I promise. I will not complain. She can make Final 9. I will not complain. I will be enjoyed that she made it that far. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I can see like someone like Fiora making it far. She hasn't made Final 2 in universe 4 to 5 years, right? That's a pretty long time. Allie was only 2, but All Stars, really, that makes up for it. That makes it like 6 months ago. Like, bro, like Allie, I'm so sorry, but I just don't see you making it far. And why do I love her so much? Because I love her in the design, right? And in All Stars, she had a couple bad moments where she was starting to become like an evil, but she was a fine character at the end of All Stars. I hope they fix her up a little bit because people kind of like her in season 2 remake because they're writing it very well, and I'm very proud of ONC for doing it. But like, yeah. Anyways, I'm excited for Allie. I'm excited for her interactions with Benji, and I really, really hope she makes it far. So I think prediction-wise, 18th is gonna be Aubrey. Now I really want her to get in a relationship with Aura, but like, as much as I would love it, it's just like, I don't think Aubrey's gonna be prioritized to make it far. Like, I love her so much. She's an absolute icon, like Benji is. But are you joking? Aubrey making it far? I don't know. It doesn't seem realistic, and if she makes it like to the merge, it's not gonna be like Endgame kind of merge. It's gonna be like the beginning of merge, where it's like the calm before the storm. She get eliminated before the calm before the storm. It's gonna be a very interesting time with Aubrey, and I'm gonna love every second of it, as long as she stays good, obviously. But like, you know how ONC loves to make their mergers all dramatic and stuff, and people don't like it as much as the pre-merge? Well, she would be that kind of person who makes like the early pre-merge late, before the late pre-merge starts to build up that dramatic merge that ONC's always trying to go for. Is that like wrong? I think I worded that perfectly, and this is not even scripted. Like, Aubrey is going to be the calm before the storm. And if she makes it far, it's going to be similar to Hannah. But if she becomes like a twist villain, it would suck because I love her so much. But, yeah. And, yeah. There's 4 people who's better than Aubrey, and they're all better than her, in my opinion. They're not all favorites, but, Aubrey's cool. Her design-wise, I love her design. But I would prefer that she wear something similar to what Hannah wore. Like, maybe like short jeans instead of like a multicolored dress. But yeah. And also, she's one of the people who I can accurately predict by sexuality. I know she's pansexual by her very diverse amount of clothing. She's wearing like a good yellow, like orange, pink, white, like that kind of mix. Some purple too. I love her design. It's multicolored. It's so cool. Anyways, Aubrey, I hope you make it far, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I have to put you here because I need to be realistic. Alec. I like Alec. I used to like Alec mainly for Fiore and his interactions with Fiore, but now I like Alec genuinely because his conversion to being like an anti-hero was sudden, in my opinion. It was sudden. But honestly, I kind of liked it because him being sympathetic wasn't something we got to see much of in season 1. And then also, it was kind of refreshing. And in the beginning of the season, I thought he was going to be like the main villain. And then I thought Gabby was going to be the main villain. I never thought Rhea was going to be the main villain until after Greg got eliminated. Like, but that's not the point. The point is, Alec is a very weird character for that reason. But I still like him. I like him a lot. I can't say I love him, because I used to only love him because of Fiore. But I like him. I like him pretty well. Alec won't make it super far. People are saying he's going to make it fairly far. ChatGPT at one point thought he was going to win. He's not going to win. If a favorite wins, I'm going to be kind of disappointed because that's a fan should win. It'd be like, who are they a fan of? That fan won. And I'm like, yay! But, like, anyways, the point is, Alec, he should make it decently far, right? Fairly far. 17th, I don't know if you can call that fairly far, but maybe make him like a surprise, like a Ted-esque shocking elimination. But he made a pretty good run in All Stars. Not strategically towards the end, but like, he made a good run. Like 6th out of 18th isn't bad at all. And I think he should get Fiore spotlight because 14th out of 18 ain't gonna cut it. As she needs more screen time. We need to see more Fiore. You'll see. I'll talk more about her later. But for Alec, he can stay around here. I think he's not gonna move too much from this spot. Alright, Bruno. Alright, I love Bruno because, like, bro, he looks like me in some ways. Like, he is, like, adorable. Like, he is, like, oh, I love his design. I love him. It's, like, so cool. And I really hope I like him throughout the entire season. To what he's in, at least. Because I don't think he's going to make merge. I really don't think he is. I would love him to. And if he does make merge, I don't think he's going to make Endgame. But if he makes merge, I would love if he did. I'd love if he won even. Because out of all the fans, he looks like the biggest fan. Like, Junie is a good other one. But, like, Bruno looks like a diehard fan, right? He's in the Manu and Ren trio. And yes, I think Bruno's going to be the next one to go after Manu. And he's not even going to make, like, 13th, but, like, right by merge or 14th. But no, those will go to other people. I think Bruno's just going to end it off here. This is where he's going to place. I think it's going to be all cool. And he's going to have a good send-off. I don't know if he's getting eliminated by a blind side or anything. But I know Ren's definitely not voting him off, even if they're not a relationship. But yeah, I'm excited for Bruno. I think Bruno can bring a lot to the season, more than people think. And yeah, some people says he's giving Logan vibes, which is not a good thing, by the way. At least to my side of the community is. But yeah, Bruno, please don't be Logan, please. Gabby, oh Gabby, I love Gabby so much. Her high energy, her design, absolutely amazing. And as of the time I'm recording this, and hopefully it gets out in time, 2 episodes of Tom Jacobs came out, and let me just say, she is amazing in both of them. Like, she's awesome. I love her interactions with Will, and etc., and Tom and Tess. I just love it so much. And, like, Gabby, it's just an amazing character. I love her so much. She can make as many bad moves as she wants. She's an icon. Absolute icon, even. And she's the 3rd best character. And if you know me, you can guess who's in between Benji and Gabby. But the point is, Gabby is like, I want to see her make it farther than Tom. But from a realistic standpoint, will she make it farther than Tom? Who do I want to see like more, Gabby or Tom? The answer is Tom. Because in both seasons, they could... No. Gabby made it farther than him in All Stars. And if anything, that's a reason Tom would make it farther than her now. As much as I love to see Gabby make it farther than Tom, I just don't see it. I don't think it's going to happen. But I really hope Gabby makes it, like, far in the pre-merge at least. But, like, yeah. It sucks how 2 of my top 3 favorites are going in the pre-merge, I think. But it is what it is sometimes, you know. Bad things are going to happen in this Disventure Camp, but I like all the favorites in some capacity. None of them are even in C tier, by the way. So I like all of them in some way. But it just sucks how Gabby, I think, is going to go solo. But it's okay. I think Gabby's still going to have a good time competing. She's going to make new friends. I think she could have a good friendship with Anastasia, Benji, Ali, etc. And, like, people other than Tom. But hey, we'll see. Alright, Finn time. So, Finn. I like him, right? But he's just fine, honestly. His interactions with Aura hopefully are interesting. I'm gonna love his Australian accent. He's only 18. He looks like he actually should be like 26 or 27, maybe 25. But it's probably the stash. Maybe without the stash, it would be like he would look younger. Right. maybe adding the stash wasn't the best idea. I don't know. I love his design. I love his star belt. That's like amazing. I love that a lot. I love his hair. I love his coat in general. Right. But he seems like he's gonna be like a Yule mixed with Nick. Like he's not gonna be liked very much, right? He's gonna be the bigger threat between Aura and him. Like Aura is gonna only be like sassy, and he's gonna be rude. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. At least I think Aura's gonna pretend to be nice sometimes, and Finn's gonna be like it's gonna be hard. At least he might do it, but it's gonna be harder for him. I don't know. I hope I'm getting some of these right. But like, yeah, Finn ultimately, he's gonna be like the pre-merge villain. Like in season 1 it was Grit. In season 2 it was Yule. In season 3 it was Ellie. In season 4 it was Linda. In season 5 I think we need another male. It's going to be Finn. I think that's all we need. I like Finn. He's gonna be entertaining, but yeah, I just don't see him making it like super duper far, right? And that's weird because he's like one of the main villains. But I think Aura, I really hope, even if Finn gets eliminated earlier and comes back, he gets eliminated before Aura. Because Aura, I like her more. You'll see why. Well, that's not really the reason why I don't know her. But like, I like her design more. It's just, Aura is going to be a better character in my opinion. And Finn's going to fall short. And if I'm wrong about that, I'm going to be very surprised. Anastasia Savova? I don't know. Anyways, we had 2 blondies in a row going. Maybe that would make it more likely to happen. I don't know. But either way, Anastasia's going here. Why? Well, I feel like this is a good place for Anastasia to go. I'm hearing some people, not a lot, but some people saying she should make a deep run. Realistically, she'll make a deep run. Not necessarily they want her to, but she will. Maybe not a deep run. Maybe not Endgame. I don't know. I mean, she already made finale in the most recent season. Maybe we should just, not do another Rhea and just give her, 13th. Like, this is a good place for her. Like, people are not going to like she's making it that far anyways. But this is either going to be a very late pre-merge or a very early merge. So, I feel like this is a good place. I like Anastasia. She's 13th prediction-wise and 12th likeness-wise. If you can't tell. But, Anastasia is just, a cool character. I like her still. And yeah, she might have overstayed her welcome. I haven't really thought about it too much. But even if she did, she's coming back anyway, so not too much reason to complain about it. I'm excited to see her again, and especially her interactions with Alec and even Fiora. I'm surprised Alec and Fiora is next to Anastasia, not Spencer, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see their interactions. I want to see her interact with Tom and Gabby as well. Maybe even Aiden, Rosa. I don't know. There's a lot of potential with Anastasia. So, hopefully they tap it. Alright. So, at this point in the video, we are at the merge. Assuming there's no comeback challenge, and the merge is the final 12, at least going to start the final 12, I think this is a perfect place to have Lake. Lake is an early merge. Do you see Lake ever making it to the dramatic stage of the merge? Not really. She can be a shocking blindside, and that's it. Make the jury. Yep. This is basically where the jury starts. And, that's it. In a jury scenario, she's obviously going to vote people like Rosa, Tom, etc. It really depends. But either way, yeah, Lake makes it to jury, but that's it. I wonder what her speech will be like, honestly. It really depends on who is in the scenario. Maybe when we get to the final 3, if I remember, we can do who the jury would genuinely what the jury might say to the final 3, or the 2 people who were up for the jury. But either way, and I also love Lake. She's amazing. I love how nice she is, and in the remake, she's amazing. But I've seen episode 6. I feel like it would have been appropriate to eliminate her in episode 7. I feel like it actually would have been better if she was eliminated in episode 7. But, Either way, I'm glad she made it episode 8. And she's 8th place again. But yeah. She makes 12th prediction wise, and yeah. I do hope, do think she's going to survive pre-merge. Because she's one of the two, one out of the 12 favorites, only 2 of them, and one of them is her, made pre-merge at one point in time. And I think now you need to at least make it to the merge. Have it be like, yay, I made it to the merge. And that's it. Just be like that. But yeah, I think she's definitely making merge. And she'll be either the first or second, or maybe, if she's lucky, third person voted off. But yeah, I think she's making jury. Alright. So, the person who I think is going to be 11th place and be cut short before the merge is Tom. Now, Tom is, I'd say, a pretty cool guy. You know, he's dumb, a himbo. It is what it is. But like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna be doing much this season. I mean, no, let me put it in a different way. He's gonna have like a big arc, like with Gabby, Aiden, etc., and then he's gonna go. I think he's going to make jury because, realistically, ONC left him too much. Even if they know he's going to be overexposed and people aren't going to like him as much anymore by the end of the season. But yeah, I don't think Tom's going to be pre-merge. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, honestly, I used to want Tom to go earlier, but like, I liked him a lot. But like, still, he's not super duper interesting. We've seen a lot of him, and I think maybe retiring his character is one of the best moves, but it's alright because Tom's here and he's going to be with Gabby, and I'm so excited to see them together and play the game. He's going to talk to Aiden again, which is going to be awesome. He's going to make new interactions with people like Anastasia, Rosa, Lake. It'd be interesting to see him talk to Fiore and Alec too. I'm very excited to see what he does this season. Even though it doesn't sound like it, I am very excited to see what he does. And in a jury scenario, at this point in the game, I don't know. Well, I don't know. It really depends on who he bonds with. Alright, so 10th is Olia. Because honestly, as much as I don't want it to happen, I think she's going to make it further than Aubrey. Because by their looks alone, I think Aubrey would have more potential to making it to the dramatic stage of the game, while Aubrey would be the calm before the storm. It seems like it, and she has to interact with Gabby too. So when I was doing my ranking, when I was like, will they make it farther than each other? I had to push her up a lot so she could have that chance to talk to Gabby. And Gabby had moved down because when they talk, I feel like Olivia would take over Gabby's spot and then still not make it super far, but make it farther than she would have thought. I'm excited to see her interact with Aubrey, and maybe she'll get her with Ara or something. I don't know, but either way, Olivia is a very interesting character, and hopefully she's just friends with Aubrey. Yeah, she's a cat lady, and I'm neutral towards her because she's not giving me much. I prefer Aubrey with Ara, so hopefully that still happens. We'll have to see. And like Olivia, her desire's not giving much. She's not really looking to like, yay, I want to see her. We'll just have to wait and see, you know? Maybe her personality will give it for me, but her design right now isn't giving me much. So we'll have to see. Also, she's only 23. She looks like 30 or 40. Jeez Louise. She's only 23? Okay. Wow. Alright. Alright. I see you, Orange. I see you. Alright, so 9th, Ren. Because, honestly, let's say Ren and Bruno get in a relationship. Last season, Tristan, the non-binary in the relationship, made it less far than Benji. I feel like this season, it'll be the other way around. So the non-binary makes it farther, and Bruno gets cut. So, yeah, so that's why I think Ren's gonna make it. I think Ren would make it farther than Benji in this scenario. Because he's probably going to be pretty likable, and it might take people just a little bit of time to realize that he's a social threat, and he should go before he makes jury. Also, I just don't see Ren making it any farther than 9th. He might be like a very important character or whatever, but like important enough to make it past ninth. I don't know, but either way, we'll have to wait and see because I'm very excited to see where Ren places. It's gonna be a very interesting time with Ren. Is it gonna be long? Yeah, I'd say getting ninth place is pretty long, but I wouldn't say like incredibly far because I don't think at this point we would be too. I mean, it'd be getting more dramatic, but we're not exactly at the end game yet. So yeah, good job for making it this far, Ren. But I don't think you're making it any farther. So, eighth place is always a lesbian, and I think it's gonna be Dunia. Dunia seems energetic, and that was not what I was expecting when I saw the poster. So with Dunia, I think she's the sun personality in Nora's the Moon. You can tell where Nora's gonna place by her not being mentioned yet. Dunia is going to boost Nora up the ranks, and Dunia's gonna fall, similar to Ernesto and Sam. I think Dunia on her run will make a lot of interactions and stuff. And I feel like to make Dunia and Nora realistically make the merge together, they're together before the team swap, and then during the team swap, they're separated. And then they meet up again in the merge, make it decently far, and then 8th place, one of them goes. That seems like something that ONC would do, something I would do too. To help them boost them up a little bit. But anyways, Dunia, pretty cool, but please don't only talk to Nora. Talk to other people too, because you seem like an interesting character. I only like you, but like, you're not neutral, so that has to be saying something, right? 7th in both categories is Rosa Maria. Why? Well, here's your answer, right? Rosa is just a nice person, and in the remake, she has like she's not just a support character; she has her own feelings and arc too. And I'm very excited to see that in Fans vs Favorites. Now, before the remake came out, and I saw people thinking Rosa would make it further than Lake, I was upset because like I wanted Lake to go farther because I wasn't too interested in Rosa. But now that the remake came out, and I'm way more intrigued with Rosa, and now I'll be like, oh, all right, I actually kind of want Rosa to make it farther, because yes, Lake was 8th personal wise, and Rosa was 7th. I like Rosa better than Lake now, which is very interesting. It was a big switch up, but like, yeah, I think Rose is gonna be blindsided definitely because her getting like eliminated. I don't think she's gonna get framed because that's what happened last time. But I feel like something's gonna happen that's gonna lead to her getting eliminated. Probably just her being like a huge social threat. Maybe she survived past eliminations, but she just couldn't survive this one. Maybe an idol play or something. But either way, I feel like she's gonna get eliminated. I won't be surprised if it's by like an advantage. It wouldn't be super unrealistic because like an advantage is like one of the only ways you can go. I feel like because like she's likable so much, and if you're her ally, she's like extremely loyal unless you're like evil, then or malicious. It's just like yeah, if she cares about you, the chances of her voting you off is minimal, and if she does, at least you'll leave with a friend because she's gonna feel bad. Point is, Rose is gonna make it far. And yeah, I do think the person in front of her will have a huge like story arc importance in that case. But yeah, I think Rose is making it far. So at this point of the game, it's the end game, right? It's down to Fiore blank 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 and blank. If you were like narrowing it down while we were doing this, you might know who the final 5 is. But yeah, I don't think Fiore's making Final 5. She already made Finale, and I think her making Endgame is likely. Because I feel like her redemption arc can go far. Because I still want her to be strategic, but I feel like she should have the ability to be nicer to people. Since she's like, when she was defending Hunter and Tess, maybe unknowingly, maybe knowingly, she was she was indirectly being nice to them. She was, but maybe she was just trying to be mean to Yule. But either way, I want to see her become a better person, but also be a good strategist at the same time. Because you don't have to make your moves all malicious and all. You can still feel bad about them, but you're just playing strategically. Not every move has to be malicious. And yeah, especially if she wants to, let's say she hypothetically made finale, she will lose to the jury because she's not good at challenges. She won't win that immunity challenge, and then the jury doesn't like her, so she'd have to be up against someone they really don't like for her to win. Yeah, she'd have to do that, and that seems like a lot of work itself. So just be a nicer person, and you're just a kid. She has a lot of time to change, and yes, I do think she's an absolute icon. She's right between Benji and Gabby. She's amazing. I love her. Even if she stays malicious, I'll still love her just the same. And yeah, she's now 10. It's going to be awesome. She's the youngest contestant, and I'm excited to see her interact with people like Anastasia and some of the other like people like Spencer. Fifth is Sam. I do not like. I think Sam's neutral. I can't say I don't like him. It's just that he's so neutral, bro. I just can't. Because he's basically going to just retread Logan. And it's just not going to be fun for me. But I can tell you. I can tell you this, though. I can tell you this. He's going to make it far. Because of that, right? Sam is going to make it far. Will he make finals? No. But will he make it far? Yeah. And I mean Endgame far. He seems like he's just going to be a chill guy, but not in the way like a Manu or anything. Just going to be just... I'm not excited. I'm just not excited to see it. I'm just not excited to see it, personally. And that's just me, right? He's gonna. People say he's gonna get in a relationship with Spencer, which I can see. Spencer's 21 and he's 27. I can see it. I can see it. But yeah, if they do go in a relationship, it's really unrealistic since you haven't seen Spencer yet for them both to make Final Five. But maybe they're not Endgame. I don't know. Spencer just really doesn't want to get with people in this game, so I feel like it would end badly for Sam. But realistically, the three people who I didn't mention yet would probably vote Sam out, with Spencer might be the only one voting with him. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, but I'm just not excited to see, like, him. So, like, when we see him, it's gonna be like, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe he might be extremely funny. But right now, it's not gonna be well. Fourth place, and the person getting short from the final three is Natalia. Now, why Natalia? Natalia, I'm seeing Natalia as people's winner picks. I'm seeing more hate towards Natalia, but guess what? No one cares. Natalia is amazing. Love her so much. I think Natalia has a lot going for her. She's definitely making it far. How do I know? She is the only DC4 contestant who had a major redesign. That's how I know she's at least minimum making merge. Right? She had a huge redesign. So she's definitely making merge. But I think she's going to make fourth place. She has a good social game, and she's not that big of a social threat, and she can be seen as an anti-hero. Yeah, she's pretty much an anti-hero. So yeah, those are like the less threatening people in the jury. But she's still gonna lose. But like, I'm so excited to see how she does this season. She's gonna befriend Aiden for his short stay. Maybe have a friend of me with Spencer or whatever. Maybe become friends with Anastasia, but still vote her off. Let's see. I'm trying to predict early. Maybe talk to Gabby. She's one of those people who can talk to someone for very little time, just one conversation that will have people intrigued and want to see more, and then they just never talk again. That happened multiple times with people like Zayd, so I wonder how it's gonna happen. But I know Natalia is gonna like have these one-off conversations with the favorites and maybe like a short one-liner with the fans. Natalia's that kind of character. But yeah, I'm super excited to see her again, and yeah, she's gonna be the last member of the jury. Alright, well, we're down to the final three. And now, we're eliminating Aura. Why Aura? Well, I don't think, even though I want Aura to make Final 2, I think they're not, like, we have people like, we have Spencer and Nora other than Aura in the final 3. So realistically, I feel like Spencer might win immunity, and then Aura goes out from the jury. I think she'll put up a good effort, but I don't think the jury's gonna end up voting with her for how malicious or whatever she was. Or yeah, that's probably how it's gonna go. Personally, I'm just very interested to see how that works. I don't think the jury's gonna go in her favor though. Unfortunately, she is an absolute icon, and if she makes it that far, that means she's in pretty much all 26 episodes. So that'll be cool. If Spencer makes final 2, he loses. That goes with any favorite. Reason being, a fan's winning the season. A fan better win the season. And Spencer's going to lose. I mean, Spencer has potential to make Final 2 if his social game's good. If he can have good strategic and social game, then I can just say this confidently. And to be decent in challenges, because don't be the best, you'll be a threat, but don't be the worst either. You could be a perfect player, and it won't be as big plot armor as last season that you made it kind of far. Very interested to see if he can pull off that good social game he wants. And yeah, his interactions with Fiora and Alex gonna be cool. Anastasia, Natalia, Rosa, hopefully, Lake, etc. I want to see him talk to a lot of people. And like Benji too, that would be cool. So yeah, but he's gonna lose to Nora. You will win Disventure Camp 5 fans versus favorites. I forgot how I narrowed it down, but I'm not trying to remember. All I know is that Nora is going to win the entire season, and no one is going to tell me otherwise. Now, Nora is going to be a very interesting character, right? Nora has the main personality, and you see her face right now, her attitude right now. That's going to change by the end of the season. She's going to become more of a son, or just a balance. Preferably a balance. Preferably the latter. But, like, yeah. I just want to see Nora make it far. Because she's going to have a relationship with Dunia. I want her to talk to other people in the team swap. When Dunia gets eliminated, that'll be her time to show her true personality. Be nice, supportive, but also be strategic. I think she could have a perfect winner story, and it will be very interesting to see. I'm calling it right now. I'm putting all the money on the table, betting it all on black. Nora wins the season. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, hit notification bell. I am so excited for the season, and I'm hoping to get more DC5 content out. I also have other content that I'm going to post very soon. Anyways, to end off the video, I don't have an outro, so I'm just going to play the DC5 teasers to get you guys hyped up. Goodbye.
Ever watch people on reality TV and thought to yourself, I could do so much better? This season, we're putting that to the test. 12 Disventure Camp fans against 12 Disventure Camp favorites. But can fans actually outplay them? Over the next 52 days, we'll find out and see which type of player will win the $1 million prize. Welcome to Soluna Island. I'm your host, Emily Campbell, and this is Disventure Camp Fans versus Favorites.